I have the Kelly 25. I have a mini Kelly, which is one of the hardest bags to get at Hermes. I have a Birkin 25 special order in basically white and black. I have another Birkin 25 special order in pink and white.
Like Juliet has to be at least an 8, right? Let's be real.
That's fair.
Juliet. They died for each other. Like, fam, would you die for an ugly girl?
Sit there and do nothing. Like, they have to add to the relationship, even if it's not in a financial way. They need to be adding to the relationship in other ways.
Welcome back to Seeking Success Podcast, #1 podcast in Toronto, but we're here in Miami for the Miami Takeover.
Yes, sir.
We have a familiar face in the house. We got Amber in the house, who's been a previous guest on the show before.
Yes, back from the beginning.
Yeah, back in the beginning, back from the future.
Thank you for coming back on.
Of course.
So, we obviously want to ask you. So, when we first did the episode, I think you were like, definitely when the first 20 episodes.
Yeah.
What were we like?
Honestly, I remember saying to my husband, it was the most chill podcast I've ever done. And you guys asked super unique questions, which I really appreciate. I've done quite a few podcasts and I feel like I kind of get the same questions every single time. How did you start in business? You know, what's your best advice for an entrepreneur starting out? And it's like, I'm just basically doing the same podcast over, but you guys, it was super unique. We covered a lot of different topics and I actually enjoyed it. So
That's funny. And we didn't give you a debrief before or anything. We were just like,
we were just like, record.
no way we did that. That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah, we're here now.
Yeah,
and I think it's been a full year too.
Yeah,
if I'm not
I think so.
mistaken.
Yeah.
Definitely over a year.
That's great. Yeah, definitely over. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So first question, very important question. How'd you get into business?
So what made you become an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
No, I think we're going to start things off a bit more juicy. We saw in your story the other day you posted relationship being 50-50. And we kind of want to see what your stance on that is exactly.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think that, you know, relationships are always going to be some mix of 50-50, 80-20, 90-10. It really just depends on where you're at, like each of you. I think there's nothing wrong with a woman kind of taking the lead in certain scenarios for certain periods of time. And then at the same time, like a man needs to step up as well too and take the lead in other areas as well. So I think, you know, being a diehard of black and white, like it should be 50-50 is silly because everyone's going to be at different places at different times.
Sure.
But I also think that like a woman can't go into a relationship just expecting the man to carry the weight of everything.
Oh, for sure.
And them to just sit there and do nothing. Like they have to add to the relationship, even if it's not in a financial way. They need to be adding to the relationship in other ways.
Oh, for sure. I remember, I think it was Jim Rohn who said, or maybe it wasn't Jim Rohn, but someone said, in any relationship, not just like a marriage or dating, but just relationship in general, business relationships, it should always be 100-0. So you give your 100% effort and expect zero in return. That way, you know, you're never disappointed and you're always satisfying the other person you're working with, or in this case, a relationship. So,
But isn't that low-key like a terrible fucking mindset to have? And then people take advantage of you?
well, I
okay,
think you have to
let's
be
just say-
aware
okay,
enough
let's-
to
let's
not
just
take
for example,
advantage
okay?
of.
Let's just
Yeah.
say for our business relationship,
Sure.
you put in 100 and expected 0. If you want to do that starting today, we can do that.
It's crazy. That's crazy. I think it's like not literally, but like the mindset behind it, you know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like when you open the door for someone, you're not expecting a thank you. Like you're just doing things in the relationship for the sake of doing it rather than expecting something out of it. And I can't remember who said it, but I know I read somewhere else someone saying like as a couple, you should check in with each other. You know, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, like I'm at 20, can you give 80? You know, whether that's emotionally or financially, like whatever situation you're in, like here's where I'm at and what I'm capable of giving in the relationship. Like today, my 100% looks like 20. Can you make up the difference? And as long as you're not, you know, I'm a 10 every day.
Yeah.
Then it works out. But at least you're
I'm a
openly
10 every day. It's crazy.
I'm communicating, you know, what I need or what I can give and vice versa. And I think that helps as well too. Like I was saying before, you can't expect to, you know, have someone be, you know, you only giving 10 every single day. But communication is important to make sure that when you are able to give more or aren't, that your partner knows that.
Oh, for sure. Okay, but now, sorry. Go
I
ahead.
want to go back to the door thing because I don't know if it's a Toronto thing, but yeah, I'll always hold the door for someone, right? If I see,
sure.
whether
Same.
it's like someone younger or older,
For sure.
Bro, sometimes it'd be someone with like bare things in their hand. They really need the help. I'll open the door, and when they don't say thank you, I'm kind of like, yeah, you're looking asshole.
Yeah.
Like I really just
Fair.
helped you out because I saw you're struggling, and you're not even
Fair.
gonna say thank you.
Fair.
Yeah.
Like,
to be fair, I
but-
don't expect the apology or the thank you, but if I don't get it, I'm just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I'll whisper, "You're welcome."
Crazy.
Go back, shut the door.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Like,
Go,
I don't know,
you mind
but-
like getting out of here? Like, I'm gonna close the door. Crazy.
Yeah,
No,
go
but what I want to ask about in relationships specifically, obviously you're in the entrepreneur space, right? And it's a space not necessarily, but you could say it's dominated by males.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of the males have like this alpha mindset, especially
Yep.
like Andrew Tate going. I don't know. Was he relevant when we did the podcast last time?
Yeah, definitely.
think so,
He's
yeah.
arrested
So?
though. He just got arrested.
Okay, okay. But my point is like with Andrew Tate being like this new figure, a lot of guys red pill. Like, how do you feel the dynamic of like guys saying they don't want the woman to work, they don't want them to, like they just want them to be, for by lack of better words, like a housewife, right?
I mean, I understand that view, and if that's what you're looking for, then fine. But I mean, I personally would always want to have something. Like, I'm just a very motivated individual, and I feel like I guess my mindset definitely leans more, I guess, male centric than female centric. It's not for me. It's not something that I would ever want to be a part of in a relationship, just because I have that drive and that motivation. But I think like if that's what they want, there's tons of girls that would be open to that. But you have to understand, if you're going to give that type of relationship to someone and they're going to go into that with you, like the person going into that female needs to be aware that that person also is now exhibiting a lot of control, because you have nothing going on. You have no business, you have no income, no assets, no investments, no nothing. So while like the shopping trips are fun and all, if he's ever a dick or he cheats on you, I mean, you're kind of SOL. What are you going to do? Leave?
Yeah.
I mean, where are you going to go? Who's going to pay your rent next? You're going to have to find that next person who's going to do that for you. And now you're dependent on kind of hopping from person to person who's going to pay for your life, which I mean, hey, if that's what you want to do, I mean, all the power to you, but it's definitely not what I would want to be in as far as the situation.
I think they call those homie hoppers.
Yeah, they call them. What a perfect place in Miami to do something like that.
Facts.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's why Umar's here. To fashion.
Yeah, let's go into fashion.
Cool.
So you have something there. You want to show the
Something
camera?
there. That's a Kelly 25.
Can you like hold it up?
Can I hold it up? Yeah.
You said that's a Kelly 25?
Yes.
Okay, so talk us through it.
Okay, so it's a Kelly 25 with gold hardware, and the color is called gold. Like, even though it's brown, Hermes calls it gold.
Okay.
This would be like the sister bag to the Birkin. So
Okay.
a lot of people feel that or don't know that there's like two different bags. So there's the Birkin, which I feel is the more household name bag that everyone knows, but the Kelly is equally as valuable, if not more valuable. Yeah, so.
So how much is that bag?
In the store, it's 10,000, but you can resell it for upwards of 35.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're walking around with like 30 G's just.
Yeah. And then the little horsey's like 1,000.
Oh, that doesn't come with the bag.
No, that
It's an
doesn't come with the
accessory.
bag. Neither does the scarf.
You know they have
Oh,
like the,
damn. How much is a scarf?
300.
Oh, so it's like you get a car and you start pimping it out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And then I change it for the season, or if I get bored of it, I'll change the scarf out.
Does it change like does the handles change or like anything like that? Or no, it's like
So
stock.
the reason why I add the scarf is to protect the leather, because from the oils from your hand, if you're wearing like lotions and perfumes, things like that, it can discolor the handle, and I'm not trying to ruin my investment.
That's
Fair.
crazy. Okay, because a keyword there used investment.
Yeah.
So do you treat these bags like investments? Like,
I personally do. Now, I love my bag, so I don't see myself selling this bag anywhere in the near future. But in a world where one day I'm bored of this color, and this color particularly probably not, because it's a neutral, but like if I have a brighter colored bag, maybe one day I would be tired of that bag. I would want to keep it in a condition that would make sense for resale, because I'll always be able to sell it for more than what I paid for it. And Hermes bags are actually the only bags that appreciate in value,
that's crazy.
which a lot of girls don't know. And I always hear girls say, oh, but it's an investment when they buy a Louis bag or a Gucci bag, but you cannot resell those bags for hardly anything of what you paid for them. You'd be lucky to get maybe a sixth of what you paid when you go to resell.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, because like there are some accessories. I guess Rolex would classify some of them. Like some of the Rolexes, they're more after, like they're older.
Well, even with Rolex, like, yes, some models will appreciate, but a lot of their entry-level models really don't appreciate or resell for
Fair.
more.
I also heard any of the ones that are like diamond out usually don't appreciate
No, once
either.
once you add any aftermarket stuff,
That's
Interesting.
crazy.
So okay, how do you feel walking around? Well, I'm obviously not walking around fucking taking the bus and shit, but like, how do you feel like having that? Because that everyone knows that that's an expensive bag, right?
Yeah.
In Miami, because I'm not from here, is it safe to be walking around with stuff like that?
I always personally feel safe in Miami. I do feel like it depends where you go, right? Like, you wouldn't go to Jane and Finch in Toronto. I mean,
Oh shit, how do you know about that?
I used to live in Toronto.
Remember, she's still in Toronto.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yes, yeah.
You're from like
Yeah.
St. Catharines area, right?
No, I mean, I went to school in Hamilton, but
Okay,
then I
okay.
moved to Liberty Village.
Okay.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Holy
You're like,
shit.
holy shit, how do you know?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Crazy.
Yeah, like, you wouldn't go and wear this bag in that area.
I wouldn't wear it anywhere in Toronto, to be honest. Have you
Right.
seen what's happening in Toronto recently?
No, No, I haven't.
So
Like
fucked.
the carjacking is at an insane level.
Really?
Like
GTA 5 right now. Out there.
Yeah, it's insane. Literally, there's like daylight robberies of bags. There's a video like the mall that like I grew up, like you know Woodside Square.
yeah, the lady.
Yeah, a Asian lady,
so
broad daylight, right? She literally gets robbed for her bag, and it wasn't even a nice bag or anything.
No, I think because she was leaving the bank or something. Like she would.
she was going into the mall.
Oh, she was going into the mall.
Yeah.
This is one at the BM Mall or something, right? Unless there's another one.
No, Woodside Square, fam. Like the mall where we get
Yeah,
the
yeah,
chicken poutine.
No. Because I heard a story. It was an Asian woman at
Did you see
Woodside.
the video, the dashcam
No,
video?
I didn't see the video.
There's a
no,
video.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
That's crazy. Then yeah, no, I wouldn't wear that anyway.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I was like, the fuck?
Yeah.
But also, Amber might be walking around with a 30,000 bag and a bodybuilder built like that. Buddy,
Well,
Facts.
yeah,
might start walking around with cash and walking around with this guy.
threat deterrent for sure. Yeah,
Fair enough. Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah.
No, that's crazy. But yeah, talk about that lifestyle. I know we must touch on this in the past before, but it's been some time now. And every guest we had on so far is someone who like kind of moved into Miami. You're not necessarily in Miami, but going from Canada to the United States, was there like, let's for lack of better words, the Miami effect that you felt happen in your business or in your entrepreneurial life?
Once I moved to Florida, I started my online business, so it's hard to attribute it directly to that because I started it here. I feel like being close to Miami definitely gives me access to a lot of networking opportunities, and a lot of my friends live here or have moved here. I would say, yeah, it's hard to say that there was really a direct impact just because I started it here. So
Fair. Because a lot of the people that we had on so far, like both of them were like, the one was from California and one was actually from Ottawa or something.
Okay.
And when they said when they moved to Miami, they had a dramatic shift in their business.
Right.
In terms of they're like just the people around them see more money, more motivation, more inspiration.
Yeah.
Just like kind of increase your lifestyle. So,
Yeah, that's what everyone's been telling us.
So far everyone's like, yo, just move to Miami, like screw Toronto.
Yeah. Is there like some
I
sort of
agree.
like commission if someone moves here or something? Like, I don't get it. Like,
Right?
I've never been hard sold things in my life like this.
Man, I feel like everyone's a real stage or something.
Yeah,
Bro.
like, holy shit.
I mean, I do recommend for everyone to move here.
Oh, here we
and,
go. Here's the pitch.
I have had like a client move from New York to here.
Oh,
I
nice.
mean, there's no state taxes here. The
Yes.
weather is amazing, and I feel like that weather does play a part in the networking opportunities
Fair.
because even if like other people don't live here, they come here to party or to experience the weather and go on vacation. So you have all these entrepreneurs either living here or coming to this area all the time. So
Yes.
if you live here full time, you have access to all of that networking opportunity every single day.
Yes. Okay. And speaking on taxes, you said there's no state tax here.
Yep.
But what's the federal tax like over here?
The federal tax, I mean, it depends obviously on.
Let's just say you're in a high income bracket. Like, it's not even too crazy. Like $250,000 a year.
Well, I think you said high income.
High for me.
Oh,
Crazy.
Like the highest federal tax bracket is 37%.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have state tax on top of that, and then if you live in Manhattan, let's say you have city tax on top of that.
You have
there's a
city tax?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah.
Why?
So you're getting taxed 3 times.
But
That's just not for me.
how do they
live there.
justify city tax, or is everyone just retarded?
I don't know how they can justify it personally.
Buddy,
Like,
Manhattan's like, it's nice, but it's not that
But no,
nice.
like what's like okay, so what does the tax go towards? Like you know how like for here it's like oh there's sales tax or whatever, like or
Right.
not here in Canada.
Yeah.
I think it's like to take care of the city, the garbage, and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I'm assuming it would be stuff like that, and they would just claim that because it's more densely populated, it requires
That's
extra income for like trash pickup, road maintenance, things of that nature.
Bro, it's genius. What they did is they created a fucking mess, and now they're charging people living there to clean the
To
mess.
clean it up, yeah.
That's
Honestly,
genius.
Bro, the government, top savage.
They're actually
Yeah.
so smart,
Yeah,
fam.
top savage,
We always talk
bro.
shit about them, but those guys are the
Yo,
geniuses.
those guys.
Honestly.
They have it
goats.
on lock. Yeah,
Let's go back to the bags for a second, because I know all of our female audience, which I think 99% of our viewers are female.
Crazy.
I'm lying.
Oh, I was like, really? Like, then they'll love hearing about this.
Because you have I believe, a decent bags collection, right?
I mean, I'd like to
Like
think
a couple,
so.
a couple.
Yeah.
Can you tell us all the bags you own?
I mean,
It's gonna sound like Chinese to us, but someone will appreciate it.
yeah, I was gonna say we'll be here for a minute. I have the Kelly 25. I have a mini Kelly, which is one of the hardest bags to get, Hermes. I have a Birkin 25 special order in basically white and black. I have another Birkin 25 special order in pink and white. And then I have maybe like 5 Louis Vuitton bags. I have a YSL bag. I have 2 Dior bags. I have like 5 or 6 Fendi bags. And I'm probably leaving some others out.
Are these all on like display in your house? Or I'd imagine.
And
Spend all
what's
that
the
money.
on a purse wall?
Okay, that's dope.
What's the total cost of all these bags?
Oh,
I don't want to think about it.
Like, are we talking
buddy.
rough? I'm just curious, bro.
Yeah, probably 6 figures.
I'd probably say maybe more too.
if not more.
Yeah, I was thinking like mid six figures, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know about
A
maybe,
house.
But
Yeah.
again, well, and I also have a Louis Vuitton croc bag. So that bag's made out of crocodile skin, so it's
Oh, wow.
an exceptionally rare piece as well too.
Well, I'm
that
a
bag
vegan and I'm
alone-
offended now.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
Not really, but
Crazy.
That mini Hermes bag you're talking, how mini is it?
it
I think I
is.
saw it on your story or
Yeah,
your post. You posted it.
It's like maybe like this big.
Okay, and
Like it can barely fit my phone.
so what do you put in
crazy.
there? Obviously, if that's a personal question, I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no.
Money, fam.
I just put like
There's stacks
a
of
card
cash.
holder and a lip gloss, and I usually carry my phone in my hand.
Like your lifestyle, man.
Yeah, fuck it. You can't,
Yeah.
you can't hate it.
Lifestyle.
And you said it's very hard to get.
Yes.
So you're getting these bags at retail, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay,
There's
so
a whole science behind that.
there's a whole yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so how does someone get the special amber treatment?
The special amber treatment. I think being a good human is number one. So like when I first went into Hermes, I looked for a sales associate that I felt like I would mesh well with. And I had gone into the store several times before that and never really found anyone that I felt I clicked with. So I never bought anything. And that's really important because once you buy something with one SA, you're supposed to stick with that SA. So if you don't click with that person, don't buy anything from them because then you're stuck with someone that doesn't like you. Right? So I kept going back to the store until I found someone that I clicked with. And then once I clicked with them that day, I think I bought like a hat, like just something small, just to show, hey, I'm interested. It's kind of like dating, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm interested, right? Let me buy a hat and show you, like, you know, let's see where this goes. And then from there, I just started slowly buying more things from him. And I mean, it is all hearsay, but there are certain categories that they say kind of put you in better favor for getting a bag, which are fine jewelry, home goods, and ready to wear. So I tried to kind of center my purchases in those categories. And I was able to get this bag. That was my first offer in 6 months, which I mean, from what other people have told me is like extremely fast. Yeah.
Wow.
And then by October, by my birthday, so I got this in June, and then in October, I got the Mini Kelly. And again, I think it comes down to building that relationship because that person, that SA, is only going to get the opportunity to make offers to people every so often. So you have to stick out among all the other clients that they work with. And they have to say, I think Amber should get this bag. And then the manager has to say, okay, I approve it.
Yeah.
So they're not going to put you forward if they don't like you.
Yeah,
Why are they going to do you any favors? And they don't get commission on the bags.
What?
Oh.
From what I've read, I don't know.
Because
Like,
I was going to ask, like, surely if they get commission, they would want the. But if you're saying they don't, that makes sense then.
they get commission on the other stuff that you buy,
But not the bags.
but not the bags.
Oh, okay.
So they have to really like you to offer you a bag because
Yeah.
it's not serving them in any
And
way.
yeah.
And also, they have to sell you enough stuff for you to even be on that list. So they already earned a decent bit of money off of the people that
Yeah.
you get to choose from.
Well, and like fine jewelry obviously is a higher ticket
Oh, for sure.
category. A lot of girls will go in and buy, you know, a $600 pair of shoes and be like,
Oh, it's
boo-hoo,
just
why
too
am I not
much.
getting a bag offer? And it's like, well, you're just buying shoes.
You're just a brokey.
I mean, you have to kind of play the game. And that's what I said to him when I went in. I said, hey, look, like I know that there's a process to this and I'm willing to go through that process, but I just want you to be transparent with me and explain like the best way through that within what you're allowed to say, obviously. And then I did my own research. Like he didn't tell me those categories were better things to buy from. I saw that in doing research on TikTok and stuff. And what I've seen from that, the reason why those categories are better is because they get higher commission percentages on those categories.
For sure, for sure.
Actually, very interesting.
That's crazy. Like a whole science behind buying bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and crazy. Like, first of all, you got to spend a stupid amount of money so you can buy a bag that costs a stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should get into
Pyramid
designer.
scheme.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
but talking about designer, how do you feel about this new epidemic that's arising right now? At least in Toronto and Canada, with fake designer, and like I think websites can now not can, but they are openly selling
Yeah.
dupes.
Like Panda Buy
Like-
and all that
Yeah.
shit.
AAA replicas. Like they even have like fireproof stuff too now. Like they're trying to make them as real as it can, but obviously not being real.
Right.
How you obviously have a collection of actual real designer stuff. How do you feel about that culture?
It drives me nuts. I am not a fan. I do not support fake goods. I understand if you want to make a similar style that's inspired from the bag and have it be your own brand and build that up, that's fine. But to literally copy it, and I know these are big multi-million, billion-dollar brands,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like there's a designer that put a lot of work into creating that piece.
Yeah.
And I feel like as a person who actually truly appreciates fashion, that's a huge slap in the face to them. Regardless of the, you know, big conglomerate that's behind them.
Yeah.
It's a slap in the face to the designer.
For
And
sure.
as a person carrying it, like I don't know. I want the real thing because I know it's fake. Everyone else might think it's real, but like I know it's fake. So like, why do I want to carry it knowing that it's fake? There's just no point to it at that point.
Fair.
I feel like it also like it almost like fucks over the person that's buying real stuff because like you see someone who's wearing something fake and it's almost identical to what you're wearing and it's like, damn, like that person spent like $30. Like obviously I know it's fucking real, but it's like now everyone's gonna start thinking my shit's fake too.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I feel also too like, who are you trying to convince, right? Because anyone who is a really big fan of fashion and understands designer can spot when something is fake. Like if you carry a fake Louis bag into a Louis Vuitton store, they're all gonna laugh at you. Like not to your face, but behind closed doors, they're all laughing because they know that it's fake. They're not stupid.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like there's so many times where I'm out and I see people carrying designer, and I'm just like, okay.
But see, that's the crazy thing, right? Like to the average person, like you obviously would be able to tell, right?
Yeah.
Like even like for me, for example, but it's not only designer. Like, even like Jordan shoes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Bro, like I consider I have a couple pair of Jordans. I used to be a huge sneakerhead. Even for me, like sometimes, like one of our buddies, I'm not gonna say who.
Yeah. Don't name drop. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name drop him. But our good friend Rocking, he actually.
Crazy.
I cut that out. But our good friend Rocking, he literally came up to us and he's like, "Yo, guess how much my shoes are?" And I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, I know those shoes are like fucking $400." He's like, "No, $30." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, but those ones were some pretty shit fakes.
No, the shoes.
Yeah, remember after doing closer inspection, the tongue was like super skinny.
Yeah, but we were like fucking like, bro.
Yeah.
I've
First
seen,
glance, you're like, oh.
I've seen him wear those shoes countless times.
Crazy.
Never once in my head did I think, oh, they're fake.
Crazy.
Yeah. But I don't know. For me, it's just like I buy this stuff because I like it and I appreciate it. I mean, I guess if you're not actually into designer and that's what you want to do, then fine. But I'm just not a fan of it. I just feel like actually work hard and buy one real Louis Vuitton bag rather than buying 60 bags on DHgate.
Oh, for sure.
Like when I see girls like, oh, go buy this from the gate. I got this from the fence. I'm like, block, like not interested, not interested. Like I don't even want to see it. I'm like, I don't want to see this content. Like don't show me more of this. I'm not interested.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to just bullshit, but I think France specifically, it's like a big fine. If you bring in a fake bag, they'll confiscate it and they'll fine you.
Yes.
And
a lot of places.
if you can't pay it, you just get arrested.
Yeah.
Because like, especially if you're a tourist, right? Like you're not gonna pay a fine, right?
Amber, I have an idea for you. If you really hate all these girls, book them a free flight one way.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Let's go to Paris.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wants to go look at the Eiffel Tower, fine dining.
That's crazy.
Caveat: must bring all DHgate bags.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Holy shit. Well, the other thing too is, so my first like designer thing, not no crazy Birkin, not at your level, but it was a Burberry shirt, right?
Right.
I remember like I had it on my vision board. This is when I was like, how old was I? 19 or something. Vision board. I was so excited, and actually going in, trying it on, then actually
Dropping the money.
Yeah, that felt so satisfying. It felt like an accomplishment.
Exactly.
I felt like if I went on the website, whatever, Panda Buy, and dropped $20 on it, I would have felt like a broke bitch.
Well, that's what I mean,
I feel like
right?
a
It's
loser.
like, yeah, whether you're, faking like the designer stuff or faking how successful you are in life, at the end of the day, like you're just faking. And there are tons of brands that have really great quality, real leather bags that you can go out and buy. Like you don't have to buy the fake Louis for like $30. You could save a little bit more. You could go get like a Pauline bag, which is really good quality leather. They're not a well-known designer, but their bags are like $500. So I mean, yes, it's more than 30, but you can save up for something like that that's more reasonable.
For sure.
Now you have a good quality bag that's actually authentic, and you can be proud of that, and you can carry something like that instead of carrying some fake piece of plastic shit and then being like, look at me, I have a Louis bag.
Yeah. But I think the type of person who's also buying fake is, I don't think they're buying the bag because they want it. I think they want to impress like the people they're
But
around.
then
It's
it's
like
like
they
you
don't
need
even
to check
care.
your mindset.
Like-
Like, why do you care? I don't buy this bag to impress other people. I buy this bag because I truly love the
Want it,
brand.
yeah.
I love the bag, and I want the bag.
Yeah.
I don't like. Yeah, I'm sure it impresses people, but I don't really care. Like that's not why I'm purchasing it. And I feel like if you're only buying things to impress other people, then that's a mindset issue. You need to be checking within yourself.
Yeah, it's actually fucking the whole designer concept too. I feel like also it's a phase. Like we both had our phases, and I feel like it comes and goes where we just want to fucking buy everything that's expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. I think especially like growing up, like let's just say growing up in a humble household, right? You get a little taste of money, you kind of want to like
Blow it
blow
all.
it
Yeah.
all, you know? Like there's times like spending more money than you're making in a month, and it's just like hoping.
Don't look
next
at me
month's
when
gonna
you
be
say
better.
that. I never did that. That was you.
Yeah,
Speak for yourself.
bro, I had this bad trip where like I just wanted to travel, eat out, buy expensive things, and it was cool, obviously. But obviously, you eventually get old. You get
Wait, that
over
was the
it.
month you got a BBL too?
That's crazy. That's
BBL,
crazy.
BBL Umar.
BBL.
Same place as
Jersey?
Drake.
Crazy.
Real quickly, how do you feel about that whole situation? Who won, Kendrick or
Kendrick.
Drake?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kendrick.
We're from Toronto, so we're not gonna
smoked
comment. Oh,
I've commented, bro. You got cooked.
Yeah.
You got cooked.
Drake, I would like to have you on the podcast one day, so I'm not gonna comment.
Crazy. You know what? I don't want Drake on the. I'm joking. Drake, let's get on the podcast, buddy.
Oh man. Well,
talk
I feel
robbery.
like we talked about a bunch of stuff that we wanted to talk about. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about or shed some light on?
Since we're on the topic of faking it, right?
Okay.
A similar concept in business is a lot of people fake their success.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
So now let's transition more into the business side of things. Do you think it's smart to like overplay your success? Do you think it's a better move, or do you think you should just play in your own lane?
I mean, literally everyone does it. I feel
Yeah.
like the biggest thing is people report
Revenue.
Like, that's exact.
Oh,
Oh, my
man.
gosh, not even revenue, contracted revenue. That drives me nuts. Oh, I made $1 million this month. Well, how much of that million did you collect? Well, 100,000. But then they have 900,000 in contracted revenue and payment plans that are supposed to come in over time. So they say they made $1 million because the contract is worth $1 million. But let's be real. How many people actually fulfilled their full contract? Maybe 60% of that. But you're telling everyone you made $1 million when you're probably only max going to collect on that like 600,000.
That's crazy.
It drives me insane. It's another thing. Like I hate when people fake stuff. It's just why. Like just be honest about it. I mean, I get it with business because they're using that to drive more
Leverage,
sales.
yeah.
Leverage, right? Like I'm so successful. Come learn from me. I'm a guru. I know what I'm talking about. Whatever. I get it. I don't agree with it. It's not how I do business, but it's something that's always going to be in the industry. Like people are just always going to do it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn. No, I know like some people like they count the craziest, like especially realtors in specific. Like they'll sell like $1 million house. Oh yeah, I just sold $1 million the other day. Yeah, it was crazy. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like what do you mean? Or it's like the e-com guys. Oh yeah, I sold like 12 million in fidget spinners.
Yeah, but then the cost of that was 11.9.
They made like fucking 10 grand.
Yeah. Most Shopify stores max profit margins 10%. So if they
Yeah.
say they made $1 million, how much did they really make at that point, right?
And
That's
then there's
crazy.
taxes.
And then and then there's
Crazy.
taxes. Yeah.
Uncle Sam got to get his cut, man.
Fucking hell.
Uncle Sam
Unless you
gotta
move to
get his cut.
Dubai.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I've been seeing so many ads lately
Oh my gosh.
of like
Dubai houses, right?
Dubai houses.
Yeah.
It's literally same.
real
Pre-
estate agents started following me. and-
Yeah. Like they're going crazy over there. What's your thoughts
Yeah.
on the real estate space in Dubai specifically?
I mean, I would love to go over there and then potentially look to either have property there or to like fully move there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, right? Like I've never been, so I can't fully speak on
Okay,
that.
okay.
Fair.
But from what I've seen, it looks like a cleaner Miami.
Yeah. It can be.
Yeah, 'cause- okay, so
but it's a desert there. It's like if you think Miami's hot, it's worse there.
Yeah, but I mean,
How much worse can I get?
exactly.
But I don't know. I don't feel like it's okay. Maybe we're just lucky, but it hasn't been crazy hot so far.
Yeah, it's
No,
only
it
like
hasn't.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get that much hotter than that here. I mean, at least it's cooler in Tampa.
Okay.
But I mean, I feel like summer in Florida is like winter in Canada. Like that's when you don't go outside. You find activities to do inside. Like you're kind of avoiding any outdoor activity because it's just so friggin' hot that like you can't be outside for that long. So that's kind of like how we approach it. Like the winters here is where we're
Interesting.
like going out all the time trying to do outside stuff because the weather's beautiful. But in the summer, I'm like, maybe max like an hour, 2 hours outside.
That's a crazy life hack.
Yo, you
Like-
live in Canada in the summer, come here in the winter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
What
What
the
they call them? The Florida birds were onto something, bro.
Snowbirds.
The snowbirds were
Yeah.
onto something, bro. Yo, that's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy. What are you investing in real estate at all? Do you own a real estate portfolio other than the business that you're running right now? What other ventures are you involved in?
Right now, just the business that I have, and then I do some like stock trading, like day trading with
Oh, nice.
futures. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that recently. You've been doing pretty well with it too.
Yeah, I have. So
Bro,
just kind
every
of
day
like
I wake up,
learning that.
Amber's just flexing on me, bro. It's like,
Big
oh, I just
green
made
candles.
2K. I'm like, fuck.
Crazy. Talk about that. Like, especially with what's going on with retail right now. We're seeing the GME stock crisis happen
yeah.
all over again. Like, how has that
Roaring
affected your day
Kitty came
trading?
I mean, I only trade futures, so
Okay.
that hasn't really impacted me much.
Fair.
And I am still fairly new to it, so I won't pretend like I'm an expert by any means. I'm very much still learning. But I feel like it's something where you have to obviously be consistent with, and you have to treat it like a business.
Fair.
You have to track your numbers, look where you make mistakes, try to make improvements, optimize. So it's really just all about treating it like a business. If you're not, you're just gambling.
Fair. And is this just like a random side quest, or is it something you're passionate about? Like,
Yeah, I would definitely say it's more of like a, I guess, random side quest
Okay,
for lack
okay.
of a
Who
better
the
term.
fuck's passionate about trading the stock
yo,
market?
you'd be surprised, bro. You'd be surprised.
Really?
Like, they're hardcore addicted to gambling. Like, you know what? I'm changing my life. I'm gonna become a day trader now.
Same thing.
Yeah, exactly. But like, just more formal.
Fair.
A formal gambler.
I just love the concept you can open your laptop every day and you can make money if you
Yeah.
know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Any like material or courses or even like content that you're watching to help you in this that you want to share, unless you want to gatekeep it, that's fine.
No, I've been working with Stock Market Wolf. You can check him out on Instagram. I feel like he's got a pretty good course. And then Casper SMC, I believe,
Okay.
would be another one. I've also looked at his material. I found it very helpful.
Dope. Yeah, I think it's so awesome right now. Like what's happening in the trading space. It's like there's a lot of obviously there's gonna be scammers in every industry.
Of course.
But like with this, it's one of those ones where it's like the proof is there. Like you could see before you
Yeah.
get involved.
I guess for the clip we have to ask, what's the most amount of money you've made trading stocks in a day?
Like 5K,
Okay, even sexier. What's the most amount of money you lost in a trade?
like 3K, but that's the max that they let you lose in a prop firm. So they stop you out.
That's smart.
We need one of those.
It's really easy. I mean, it makes it accessible for anyone to start because for $150 a month, they'll give you $150,000 to trade with, but then they'll only let you lose about $3,000 in a day, max $4,500 before you have to sign up for a new account. But you're getting access to $150,000, so you have the upside of being able to make a lot more money than you would if you were only trading with $3,000, and your max loss is the $150 that you invested. So these prop firms make it really easy for people to get into the market and start to learn and kind of like make those mistakes, but like at their expense.
Yeah.
Dude, that could never run in Canada. What's the profit split on
You
it?
can use it in Canada.
It's not Quest Trade, or what is it?
Top Step.
I don't think that's Canadian.
Yeah, it is because
It
I've
is?
like referred
Is it
Canadian
new?
people to it. No.
Well,
What's the profit splits on it?
I think they take 20%. No, 10%.
Time out. So they're gonna give you 100K unleveraged,
150.
150.
Yeah.
And they're only taking 10% of your profit.
Yeah.
Is there a max like?
You can't take out the 150.
No, for sure. But you
Yeah.
could trade with it. You could leverage it to.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
But they have rules in place. So, like for example, you have to successfully make $9,000 before you can take any money out. So essentially, that's like passing a test. But they keep that 9,000. That's not your 9,000 to keep. So your first 9,000 in profit, they keep. That's their money.
Okay.
Then from there, you can continue to trade. And then they have rules as far as like you have to have a certain amount of green days before you can take out 50%. You have to have a certain more amount of green days before you can take out 100% of your profits. But they're only taking 10%. They're keeping 10%, but they limit how much you can take out until you become more and more experienced.
Okay.
And
It's
anyone
like-
can open an account of it. No, that's insane.
Because that's kind of like FTMO. Like you have to
No,
basically
you
pass
have
a test,
Yeah, but
which this is also a test.
that's
Yeah.
play money you're passing a test with. These tests are with real, it's your actual account.
True.
fucked.
That's kind of dope, though. That's actually very
Actually-
dope. It's a great way for people to get into trading, especially
Exactly.
if you're like, lack of better words, broke.
Yeah, I feel like that at that point there's no excuse, right?
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
be like, oh, like I just don't have the money to like you don't have
capital,
150 bucks.
That's crazy.
But then again, some people don't.
Yo, some
Go
people
get a
don't.
job. Like,
You'd be surprised.
What's minimum wage here?
She's too rich, but she don't know.
Do you know what a $1 bill is?
yes, I do.
Crazy.
I think it's at $12 now, but it's going up $1 every year till it hits $15.
Okay, that's
similar to what is
what's
in Canada.
ours. 14?
you don't even know what yours
No.
is.
Canada's is like, I think $17 or something now.
Really?
Fuck up. No, it's not.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't make minimum wage, but I think it's like around there.
I want to Google this because no, it's 17.
Yeah, I think it's like $17 now or something.
Is our minimum wage federal or is it by province?
No, it's by province. It's
Yeah,
on a provincial
it's
level.
here it's by state.
Okay, live Google. What the fuck?
How much is it?
$17.20.
Yeah.
What?
And everyone's still broke.
I remember when minimum wage was like $7.
That's crazy.
In Toronto?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yo, even when I was working at Tim Hortons, it was like I think $10 or $11 or something.
I forgot what mine was. I think mine was
Yeah.
12 or 13.
It was like crazy. Now you're making $17. But everything's stupid expensive, and it's not just a Canada thing. Like we're here, like we're blowing money, just fucking breathing here. Like it's very
But no,
expensive.
I feel like that's another thing. Like everyone was always like raise minimum wage, but they don't look at the consequence of that. They never think about that because if minimum wage gets raised, where's the money coming from to raise that minimum wage from these companies? They're going to increase their prices. They're not just going to be like, you know what, we'll just be less profitable. It's all good.
What I think is, for lack of better words, the big dogs of the world, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, they came together and like, yo, let's let the idiots be in charge for a little bit. And every
Let's just see what
country is just
happens.
getting
Just
wrecked
raise
right
minimum
now.
wage.
It's like, no, because it literally makes no sense. Like, raise minimum wage, everything else raises, raise interest rates. Like, buddy, like, it's a weird paradigm we're living in
It
right
is a
now,
weird.
man.
I think like it's the aliens that like know we exist. But they just want to see how far we make it, and they're gonna come just kill all of us.
I
Before we
hope
kill
not.
ourselves, man. Before we kill ourselves.
Should we do the final four?
Yeah, let's jump into the final
Did
four
we do
round.
the final four with you last podcast? Do you remember?
No.
Okay.
I don't,
I
perfect.
don't think so,
yet.
anyway.
No.
Okay, so this is the final four round. So we're
Okay.
gonna ask you 4 questions, and you have to rapid fire answer the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, I think you guys did do this.
Fuck's sake. Okay, well let's just do it.
No, I think that was different. That was the one where we say a bunch of words.
Oh, you
this-
said a word and you said a word back. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. No, but that wasn't the.
That wasn't
whatever.
final form.
Anyways,
No.
if you had to swap lives with someone for 24 hours, who would you pick?
Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
Fair. Who would you say is the most motivational person of all time for you?
That's hard. I don't know. I don't really have anyone that like, wow, you're so motivating.
Fair. Fair.
Holy shit. Okay, let's just say
I
your
don't know
whole.
if that's a good answer.
Hey,
It works.
it works.
Let's just say your whole life from the day you were born till now is written in a book. Please don't say The Little Mermaid. What would the title of the book be called?
Sky's the limit. 'Cause I'm a Biggie
Ooh.
fan.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Okay.
All right, and then last final question. If today was your dying message to the world, what would your final message be?
Buy the bag.
Crazy.
bag.
Buy the bag.
The real one.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
The real
Buy
one.
the real bag.
Fuck the fakes.
Fuck the
Fuck
fakes.
the fakes. That pretty much wraps up the episode, guys. We're gonna link Amber's links in the description below. We didn't really talk about her entrepreneurial stuff at all
But
because
we
you
kinda
can
already
see
did that.
all of that.
And she's fucking said it loads of times.
yeah, yes. But check out her content. Super dope.
And until next time, guys, remember, stay seeking success.